and welcome back to the Cowboys and Aliens review. In part 1, we were on the topic of cross-genre, or genre splicing as I like to call it. Talked about how Western and alien films are vastly different, and are pretty much seeing if these genres can work together. In the film itself, we got introduced to pretty much all the characters that will be important. Jake is a wanted criminal, and aliens have invaded the Old West and have kidnapped some townsfolk. So now the characters are pursuing a search and rescue mission. People abducted include Emmett's grandpa, Doc's wife, and Percy, which means there is extra motivation to find where the aliens took them. We ended up with the rescue party following the footprints of an alien, which seems to have led to a giant boat that somehow got here and is upside down. So how about we continue on? After I recap some things. Because after all, there is some mystery to be had, and similar to the Lemony Snicket review, I like to do recap sprees like this. Our interests here are Jake's amnesia, the bracelet, the injury, and the picture of the woman. The injury we will pretty much not know about for quite a while, so don't worry about that for now. The picture is of a woman named Alice Wills, and this kind of sort of ties in with his amnesia as well. Throughout the movie, we will be seeing some flashbacks during a time before Jake had amnesia, which not only include Alice, but a bit of foreshadowing of what we will be seeing later.
You have to take it back.
Like hell I will.
That's blood money.
No, well, I goddamn earned it.
By robbing and killing.
That's gonna get us what we need.
So through this flashback, we can see that they were together and she was not on board with Jake being a criminal. The bracelet is not only misspelled in part 1, but is also a highly effective weapon and seems to only activate when the aliens or any bit of their technology are close by. There is more that will be discussed about it, but for now, this is all we know about it. So with that said, now we will carry on. This is where Doc's arc begins. He's being trained by the preacher to shoot a gun. This will be the first step in helping him with his timidness. Also, knowing Clancy Brown is the voice of Mr. Krabs, there's one particular line he says here that really cracks me up.
Don't yank on it. It's not your pecker, now here.
So in the beginning, Ella was not interested in Jake romantically, but now she is starting to. They tried to have a civil conversation until...
It's here.
God, for real, dude?
Easy. Easy. What's wrong, boy? Hello?
Ow! Doc, I forgot I had change in here. So yes, this is what all of the aliens look like. Some kind of combination of... I don't know, fizz and muck. I'll admit, I don't like the designs of these aliens. I'll still admit this scene was really well done in a scary way, and if I saw these things in real life, I would probably run faster than running away from a Spinosaurus-sized duck. But for the film, these aliens look stupid. They are an intelligent species, but you don't get that vibe from them. They just look like they're out to kill things without a second thought. We'll get into more about them later, but the aliens' designs are quite a weak point for the film. Looks like too much CG, not enough animatronics. Preacher tries to save Emmett, but also at the cost of his own life. Well, that figures. Just kill off a likable character before we get a chance to know him better. Well, at least they had the courtesy to bury him properly, and Doc and Jake actually have even more courtesy to say a few words before they head off.
You go ahead. Lord, if there is such a thing as a soul, this man had a good one. Please protect it. Made me feel better. The world was a better place for having him. Dust to dust, amen. How's that? Good words.
So I guess because of the alien attack, the grand majority of the search party just kind of leaves, but they come across other people who are causing a holdup. This is where it kind of gets confusing, but these guys were led by Jake before he had amnesia, so they don't harm anyone because of it.
Boss? Boss, is that you? Lonergan? What in the hell you doing here?
And actually, I will admit, there is a pretty funny moment where Jake tries to act like he doesn't have amnesia, just in the way his delivery is.
You're always my favorite.
Shut up.
Damn it. Jake, did you break my tooth?
Will you shut up? I'm thinking. Now, how many boys we got left?
About the same.
Which is...
30?
That's right. 30. Good.
So this guy, whose name I do not know, both character and actor, leads them to the old crew, but unfortunately it's led by someone else, and he ain't exactly happy to see Jake after all this time. Apparently Jake was on a mission a while ago, but decided to sort of abandon the crew and live with Alice. So the new leader keeps calling Ella and Alice a horse, let's say.
You her?
Am I who?
The whore that Jake quit this gang for.
You watch your mouth.
Or what? Put your guns on the whore. He so much as twitches, blow her brains out of her ear.
You call her a whore again, it'll be the last word you ever say.
You ain't in no position to make threats, Boyle. Where's our gold, Jake?
Demons took your gold. When you get to hell, you can ask for it back.
Kill the whore.
Now, you may be wondering why he was able to shoot the bracelet when the aliens aren't exactly close by. It's kind of sort of explained later, and it's pretty cheesy. I'll put it like this. The bracelet activating and shooting are two completely different things. But this doesn't make the rest of that crew happy. So we get a bit of a chase scene on horses, and this is actually a pretty cool action scene because we haven't seen this kind in the film. Hi, aliens that just kind of appeared randomly and interrupted an action scene that was already taking place. I gotta say, these aliens are also really good at just showing up and interrupting scenes. Even though I like the suspenseful reveal, the characters in that scene were having a bit of an intense conversation.
Yeah, that's Lonergan, boss.
That's the son of a bitch stole my gold off the bullion coat. I want that man.
You're gonna have to take it up with the judge in Santa Fe.
I ain't going to Santa Fe. You give him to me now.
Then they just kind of showed up. On the boat, Ella and Jake were, getting down with some fun talk and everything, and then, the bracelet goes off. Now here, they interrupt an action scene to make it their own. Freddy Krueger doesn't interrupt as many dreams as these aliens interrupt scenes. As a side note, I feel like I should say this. Even though I listed the action scenes as a pro, I just want to give you a bit of warning. If you do not like horses being injured, killed, or making noises because they are being injured or killed, I would not recommend watching the film, but don't worry. Gonna keep all that out as much as possible, because even I don't like seeing/hearing horses getting hurt. And, I'm gonna have to look over my videos several times, and I don't want to be constantly hearing and seeing all that. So, I'm doing it for my own sanity's sake as well. But anyway, the aliens are snatching up more people, but this time they capture Ella, and I'll admit, this leads to a pretty awesome moment.
I don't want to do that again.
No.
Oh, geez, I'm so sorry, Chip. I did not mean to scare you like that. It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. Unfortunately, Ella dies from the alien attack just as they make it back to the others.
She's gone, Bill.
No. No. Oh, she's not gone. She's not gone!
Jake. She's gone.
Hello, Indians? These are the Chiricahwas, led by the chief, Black Knife. I don't know if that should be considered racist or not. They have some ritual of sorts or something, I don't know, but it includes throwing Ella's body into the fire. On top of that, we get into another issue the audience has with the film. How dark it is. In other words, things come off as very poor taste. Woodrow is kind of prejudiced towards them and can come off as a little tiny bit racist.
This is Black Knife.
Last of his people.
There's no reasoning with them. They're all gonna die anyway.
What's left of the Chiricahwas?
Good riddance to them.
He's saying the white people. They brought all this evil to his people.
We brought evil. Evil was here. You're the evil one.
So you may recall that I didn't go into much depth on Nat in part 1, but here would probably be a good time to do so. It's implied in the beginning that Nat is a bit of a slave for Woodrow, and there is a small exchange of dialogue in the boat that would have you further believe so.
Maybe we should have called in the army.
Waited around at Antietam for him to tell me what to do. I lost 328 men over a cornfield.
I remember those stories.
I don't recollect telling you any stories.
I'd listen when you tell them to Percy.
You get this through your thick Indian skull. Them stories weren't for you.
However, Nat does not see Woodrow as a bad guy. He is a very intimidating leader, but still has a heart. Otherwise, he likely wouldn't have cared that Percy got taken away, and thus wouldn't be going on this journey to find him. Nat knows this, and despite some of the hate commentary he gets from Woodrow, he still sees him as a dad he never had.
Kill us now!
Okay, so she's not actually dead. And no, it's never really explained why she's able to just come back like this. If it is explained, then it's not explained well. I know there's a Cowboys and Aliens graphic novel, which this movie is based on, but I never read it, so I don't know if it was explained in that. Either way, we just gotta kinda sorta accept that she's back. With her return, we start getting answers to certain things. For one thing, you may have noticed there was a huge emphasis on gold in this film.
People moved on, though. No gold.
That's the son of a bitch stole my gold off the bullion coach.
Where's our gold, Jake?
Even in the flashback, the aliens, melted and absorbed it, and this'll bring up a fifth mystery component. So to recap on that, now our mystery interests are his amnesia, Alice, the bracelet, injury, and gold. The only explanations we get right now why the aliens want it so much is because it's just rare for them as it is for us.
Can we just listen to the woman tell her story, or whatever she is? What are they doing here?
They want gold.
Well, that's just ridiculous. What are they gonna do? Buy something?
It's as rare to them as it is to you.
Oh, and have I mentioned yet that the aliens don't have a species name? Well, they don't. They are just called demons for the most part. Well, that's creative. Xenomorphs, Yogians, Archelians, demons. I just really love the creativity that Hollywood has developed in the past couple of years. But more important matters happen in this scene. Black Knife, seriously, it's gonna feel weird constantly saying that, is gonna perform a ritual to cure Jake's amnesia since he's really the only being to survive being abducted, and thus would likely have more information locked in his own mind that he can deliver to both the characters and the audience. Basically, this is where all our mystery elements come full circle.